Okay, so we're here now. Um, we gotta do one more thing on the back end for Founder PR. I think we already brought in hyperbrowser. So now we just gotta do this part. So let's go ahead and open up Claude. I recently just came across. I was doing a chat back and forth with trying to figure out what's the difference between running VS Code locally versus VS Code in a browser. It's giving me all these options, and then it mentioned like Replit, and I was like, wait, I know Replit, especially all the agent stuff that they've been doing, which I haven't touched at all. And then I had it explained to me why Replit was so kind of like game changing for developers as a non-technical person. And it sounds amazing because if I'm correct, it'll replace our use of Netlify and Railway into one app. So it is both Netlify and it is Railway in the same like thing. And I think that's awesome. So I'll probably use that along with its agent in one of the future projects. But right now I'm just kind of like exploring different tools, right? So on Quarter Chats, another project that I'll work on, for basically stock analysis through qualitative research. We will probably use Claude Code because we have $50 in extra credits, and then we'll probably just do that. We'll probably use OpenAI's Codex. We'll probably use Replit Agent. We'll still use Bolt for the front end. This is built by Bolt after all, but maybe sometime soon we'll try Lovable and we'll keep expanding out and just trying to understand everything we have at our disposal to build the to build the best product for our potential users. That's a whole goal. Excuse me, I just sneezed. Okay, so from here, okay, yeah. From here, we want to say we want to use OpenAI API to write automatic pitches. We already have, oh, sorry, let's do this. Automatic pitches to journalists. Already has some backend code, and we use Railway for our backend deployment. Essentially, we have founders give us a deep description of their companies, and we have a database with journalists and their stories, beats. Journalists. Now we would like to take the information from the journalists, beats, content, topics, and automatically pair that, or sorry, and the information about the company to write a personalized pitch to the journalist through email. And say we also already have a prompt and knowledge base for writing cold pitches to journalists. We just need for the OpenAI API to do the work. How do we set this up? So now we're about to ask, would it be helpful to have the code from our backend starting with index.js? So we're just going to ask it what it needs, and then we'll go back and forth. Oh, sorry, server.js. Oops. Okay. Okay. Uh, no, it's server.js, not index.js. Here it is. Also, we use Supabase to pull in information from the journalist. Oh shoot, we're probably gonna need to pull down. Probably gonna need to pull down some of the Supabase stuff. Hold on. I'll tell you all about the sprint I just did in a second. But basically, in a couple of days, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 products I worked on to, because I had 10 million credits left, 24 hours to use them. So basically, worked for 20 hours. It was not fun, but we made it. Um, okay, so we need to go in here. Okay, so I'll let it do this first while that's initializing. To store and the companies. Would that be helpful to see? Okay, so let's add the journalist pitch generation functionality to. Okay, here's our pitch generation. Would it be okay to split this into its own component versus adding it to the server.js file? I really would like this to be a little cleaner. It's just saying, add all this to your server.js. And I'm like, just like I have article processor and hyperbrowser, playwright is up there. It's the writing. Would love a clean code base. This partially has to do with the fact that I might sell some of these later. And so I didn't know that that was called a clean code base. Glad that it's also saying clean. I just said that. So okay. That's not what I did. Hold on. Yeah, let's go find it in Supabase. I wish I could just export. Hold on. I'm actually gonna ask ChatGPT real quick for this. I have field fields in Supabase for a specific table. How do I get a list of all of the fields? Because I think in Supabase, I remember correctly. So these are company questions. These company answers. Oh, that's going to be interesting. Oh, because it's going to go down. Okay, I got you. Hold on, these don't match. Just saw that the. Hold on. I can't believe I didn't notice that before. Sometimes it really doesn't update like it should. No, get out of here. That the information that is on the My Company page is not reflected in the Supabase table. Company questions. Should they match each other if we want to store information about the companies? Or should we keep it? Hold on. I'm a little stuck here. First of all, I'll probably need to put this in discussion mode so it doesn't kill my tokens. Store information about the companies. Keep in mind we want to have an OpenAI API pull from the journalists. Articles and company answers to write custom pitches. Okay, so this is tricky. Okay. But I think so that we can keep the database clean, shouldn't the company questions and company answers be in separate tables? Then each answer a company gives can be tied to a specific question in the company search table. Not important now, but could be interesting later to be able to group all of the answers to a single question together by all of the users. I misspelled so many words in that, but I'm hoping it'll get the gist of what I'm trying to say. Yeah, of course I'm right. I think through these things, man. Okay. Okay. It's gonna say what's in the company's table? It's still not understanding what I'm saying. Oh, you know what? It did. Okay. Okay, I see what you're saying. I think. Oh man, I butchered that. It's because these are all on one row. So I'm gonna say never mind. I think it's already happening in the company table, where in one column I can see all of the answers by all of the companies to a specific question. Dang, I'm so glad I didn't move forward on that. Holy crap, that would have been bad. Okay, cool. Um, Never mind. Companies table. Okay, back to ChatGPT. Okay, I think I can just go select companies. Oh, oops. Companies. Is that right? I don't think this is gonna work. All right, let's see. Cool. Okay, now I'm gonna take this ChatGPT and I'm gonna say, here are the columns of the companies table, our database. You can see all the information that we'll gather from our founder users. Can you update the code to create custom pitch based on these columns? Okay. So we don't need that. Okay, cool. Companies. All right. So this is gonna hopefully help the code to create these the custom pitches based on the company columns. Yep, this will give a more comprehensive, personalized pitch generator that leverages all the rich data you're collecting from founders. Let's go. Remember, we don't want to use. Oh no, that's service.js. Never mind. Okay, so I need to create these two functions, I think, right? Where did it say to do that? Um, right here. So it thinks I should go folder, folder, services, and then under here, folder, oops, pitch generator. Is that right? Oh, underscore generator. And then under that, index.js, index.js, under that, okay, I think I'm getting what it's saying. Oh no, no, move to trash. All right, so we are working right now. Working right now. All right, so we're trying to update the server.js file. But we also need to make sure that we're incorporating the super-based schema. How do I find the super-based schema for my pitches table? Can I do it that way? To my pitches table in super-based. So essentially, this is telling me I need to update it this way, but I'm a little worried that it's going to be the wrong thing. So I need to go ahead and put this in the SQL editor. Oop, nope. So that I can get this from it. And then I'll go ahead and copy this. By the way, because I don't want it to write code based on this schema when I already have schema. Base schema I already have for the pitches table is below. I exported that in Markdown, right? Yeah, I thought so. Not JSON. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and give that to him. And then we're gonna go ahead and go back to the top here. Wow, that's a long file. Okay, so this is the server.js file that I need. Not to be confused with service.js. Don't make that mistake. 189. All right, so got that. Okay. I already got that. Here's a service.js file. Let's go ahead and just add that. Here we go. All right, so here we are. Got that. We already got there. All right, so we want this to match the schema so it knows where to put it in. So this is my server.js. Again, I put those way too close together. It's not great. So that essentially changed the endpoints of where the data is going to be delivered once the pitch is made. So that's going to go through there. And then this is the service.js file. Too close to env. I keep accidentally tapping it. I gotta edit the video so I don't expose my API keys. Not that anyone's gonna be watching this anyways, but just in case, gotta be secure. Create prompts table in my database if you don't already have one. But why? Okay, I guess I need this, but I already have a prompt. I already have a prompt. Here, let's just go ahead and feed it the prompt. And let's feed it the knowledge base too. How about that? So let's go. Can I go? Probably do 2 PDFs. Does that work? Let's do Microsoft Word. And then knowledge base. Let's go ahead and put that in there too. So 2 is knowledge base. So this one's knowledge base. Knowledge base. Really, the knowledge base should be a little bit longer, no? It's not great. Prompt. Should I open this? Just not quite sure. It feels like wait, why is this here? Yeah, I got it. So this is just a text editor, I'm assuming. This is the knowledge base. It's a short knowledge base, but we'll kind of do that. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and do this and see if it knowledge base that I will attach. Okay, here we are. Downloads. Let's go ahead and put that up there. Okay, so what we're trying to figure out is if we give it more information, will it still make the same decisions, such as right here, creating a prompt table. I would rather split these out from the service.js file so that I can change it later without disturbing the service.js file. All right, because it's trying to like lump it in together, but again, I want this to be clean enough so that if I need to sell this, it'll be easy to do so. So now we're gonna do, so we're gonna adjust this. Where's Where's my VS Code? Why'd you move it? Better not be on freaking. Okay, I hate when it does this. Like, why'd you do that to me? Prompts. All right, so where are we then? So you're saying prompts, journalist, pitch prompt, right there. But then you have knowledge base. Where's knowledge base? Okay. Okay. So, sorry, I'm looking at this twice. I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything. Okay. So you. But I have a prompt and knowledge base separately. It's like completely ignored that I sent it two files. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, cool. So I need to go here, I think. This is all new to me. I'm like prompts and then journalist pitch. Journalist pitch. And then knowledge base. Base.js. And then from here we'll do prompt template. Prompt template.js. Oh, and then index.js. Don't I already have an index? Oh, because it's in a route that way. Okay, so okay. Okay. You use my prompt file for the prompt. It doesn't look like the one I put in. Jeez, come on, man. Can you also do the knowledge base as well to incorporate research put into knowledge base file? It was just like, nah, I got a better one. Like, bro, come on. Dang it. It stopped it, didn't it? Retry. Sorry. Now you're frozen. There we go. All right, go now. This is how we ended up in the last position. Okay, so this is going to go here. And prompt template. then this should go, once it's finished, this is going to go into the knowledge base.js file. That's a little longer, so I'm going to actually go up here and do the do this one. This is the, again, this is the service.js file. Okay, shoot. This is the, hate when this happens, this is the service.js file you gave me, and the service.js file that I already had. Hey, we don't have to do this because now I'm having to keep up this whole context. So I'm pretty sure that this is the knowledge base. Cool. And then I think I missed something up here that was that's the service.js file. Did I do the index already? Nope. Need to find the index because that's going to combine them right here. Nope. Guess when I had already done this. And go back down to the bottom. Okay. The final service.js file. Put that here. So it's back to 178. Cool. Okay. So now I need to, can you write a command for me to commit, push the updates to GitHub? That was a waste of a thing, but here we go. Now we got that piece. So that actually is the end of the code of FNDRPR. So now we got to do a couple things. We have to check railway to make sure it's actually done. We now have learned a couple of things about structure thanks to it. We also now learned a couple things about prompting in AI. I did not realize that we would need to build in prompts for everything. That's great to know. And now we know that knowledge base, prompt template, and index are all needed. The knowledge base is separate from the prompt template, which we knew. The prompt template essentially says, hey, you're AI, you need to respond this way. Knowledge base says, hey, here's what information you need to pull from to be able to respond better in the way I just told you. And then the index combines them together. Then we had the pitch routes, which we had to build. And then the pitch generator, which we also had to build. And so 1, 2, 3 just dealt with the pitches. which is crazy. So I hope that browser base is still working all right. Um, yeah, cool. All right, so now we've done all that. So now we need to hop over to Railway, and then I'll pause.